Hello everyone and welcome back to today's episode. In today's video, we'll be looking at one of the most critical components of your PC build, which is the power supply unit. So if you're in the market to build yourself a new computer system or you want to upgrade your existing one, having requisite knowledge of the power supply unit is key to ensuring your system works smoothly and reliably. So in this video, we'll be discussing the power supply unit, what exactly they are, why they are so important, how they work, and we'll also guide you on how to choose the right one for your needs. So let's get started. First things first, what exactly is a power supply unit and why is it so important? The power supply unit is that component that converts alternating current from your wall outlet to direct current that your PC components can use. It's essentially the heart of your PC as it supplies power to your CPU, your GPU, your storage drives, and your fans. A computer power supply unit, also known as the PSU, is a critical hardware component that converts alternating current from a wall outlet to direct current that a computer's internal components can use. It provides the necessary power to run the central processing unit, the graphic processing unit, the storage drives, the case fans, and other peripherals. Without a PSU, your computer cannot function. Now let's look at the key functions of a power supply unit. Your power supply unit converts AC power from the wall outlet into stable DC power for all the components of your computer to use. It supplies the correct voltage levels to all components. It includes safety features like over voltage protection, under voltage protection, over current protection, and short circuit protection. It ensures minimal energy loss during power conversion, thereby reducing heat and electricity costs. Now let's talk about the different types of power supply units. They come in various designs and form factors, each tailored to different builds and preferences. First is the ATX power supply. This is the most common type for desktop PCs. They are compatible with ATX motherboards, typically with the 24-pin main connector. They are best for general purpose desktop PCs and gaming PCs. Next is the SFX power supply. This is a compact size, it's smaller than the ATX power supply unit, and it's used for small form factor builds. They're usually compatible with mini ITX cases and motherboards. They are best used for compact PCs and home theater setups. Next, we have the modular power supply. This enables users to connect only the cables they need, thereby reducing clutter. They have detachable cables which help for proper cable management, and they are best for enthusiasts and PC builders who prioritize clean builds and aesthetics. Next, we have the non-modular power supply units. This power supply unit has all its cables connected to it. They are simpler and often cheaper than the modular power supply unit, and they are best used for budget builds. Next, we have the semi-modular power supply units. They strike a balance between modular power supply units and non-modular power supply units. They have some cables that are fixed. For example, the 24-pin ATX cable is usually fixed, while others are not fixed, and they are best for mid-range builds. Next, we have the server power supply unit. These are high-capacity power supply units that are designed for servers and data centers. They are usually hot swappable and redundant for reliability, and they are best used in servers and enterprise environments. Now you know the various types of power supply units. Let's look at the features to consider while choosing the right power supply unit for your build. One feature to consider is the wattage. The wattage is the total power output, which is measured in watts. It's advisable to use a power supply unit that has enough wattage to feed all the components of your computer. Personally, I would recommend you use a power supply unit calculator to estimate your needs. I will leave a link to the calculator in the description box below. Another feature to consider is the efficiency rating. This indicates how efficiently your power supply unit converts AC to DC. Common ratings include 80 plus, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, titanium. These are higher efficiency levels, with titanium being the most efficient. Another feature to consider are the connectors. Ensure your power supply unit has the necessary connectors for your PC components. efficient. For example, it should have the 24-pin ATX connector for your motherboard power. It should have the 8-pin EPS connector for your CPU. It should have the 6+2-pin PCIe cable for your graphics processing unit. It should also have SATA cables for your storage drives. And in older models, it should have Molex cables for other peripherals. Another feature to consider is the form factor. So you need to confirm if your case supports the ATX power supply unit or the SFX power supply unit. Another feature to consider is the modularity. Would you prefer a modular power supply unit, a non-modular power supply unit, or a semi-modular power supply unit? Choose between semi-modular, modular, and non-modular power supply units based on your cable management preferences. Another feature to consider is cooling. Some power supply units come with 120 mm or 140 mm cooling fans. They are usually quiet and more efficient. We also have fanless models that are completely silent but less common and more expensive. Then you look out for safety features like over voltage protection, under voltage protection, over current protection, and short circuit protection. Having said that, let's now look at the popular power supply unit brands we have in the market. We have Corsair. They are known for reliable and efficient power supply units. For example, we have the Corsair RM, X, and CX series. We have EVGA, which offers high quality power supply units with good warranties. For example, the EVGA Supernova or the Go series. Then we have Seasonic. They are renowned for durable and efficient power supply units. For example, we have the Seasonic Focus and the Seasonic Prime series. We also have Cooler Master, which provides affordable and reliable options. For example, the Cooler Master MWE and the V series. We have Thermaltake. They are known for gaming-oriented power supply units. For example, Thermaltake Soft Power and the Thermaltake Smart series. Then we have Be Quiet, which focuses on silent operation. For example, Be Quiet Straight Power and Be Quiet Pure Power. So having said that, how do you now choose the right power supply unit for your needs? The first thing to do is to calculate your power needs. You can use a PSU calculator to calculate your estimated power needs. Next, you check compatibility. Be sure that the power supply unit you are picking matches your computer case. Next, you set a budget. Power supply units range from budget-friendly models to high-end models, and we also have premium power supply units. Also, you will need to prioritize efficiency. I will advise you choose an 80+ bronze rating or higher for better energy saving. Then lastly, I will advise you consider future upgrades. Opt for a slightly higher wattage power supply unit to accommodate future upgrades. So now let me share some installation tips to enable you properly install your power supply unit. First off, you need to check compatibility. Make sure the power supply unit fits your case and has the right connectors for your component. Then you turn off the power. Always unplug the power before installing the power supply unit. Secure the power supply unit by mounting the PSU in the case using provided screws. After doing that, you can now connect your cables. You attach the necessary cables to the motherboard, the central processing unit, the graphic processing unit, and storage drives. And then you do your cable management. Ensure you route cables neatly to improve airflow and aesthetic. And then lastly, make sure your airflow is right. Position the power supply unit so that its fan has adequate ventilation, usually facing downward in most cases. Now let's talk about how to maintain your power supply unit. I would suggest every 3 months you open your PC case and dust your PC components. If you have a small blower, you can use it to blow the fan that cools your power supply unit. Check your cable connections and make sure they are all intact. And then you can also monitor your power supply unit performance by using a software called Hardware Monitor to check wattage levels and power supply unit health. Just like any other component, you may experience some issues with your power supply unit, ranging from insufficient wattage. This can cause system instability and failure to boot. A faulty power supply unit can lead to system shutdown, and poor cable management can obstruct airflow and lead to increased temperatures. So in summary, a computer power supply unit is a vital component that ensures that your system receives stable and efficient power supply. Choosing the right power supply unit is crucial for system stability, performance, and longevity. Always prioritize quality, efficiency, and compatibility when selecting a power supply unit for your build. So now is your turn. Let me know in the comment section below. What type of power supply unit are you using? Is it a modular PSU, a non-modular PSU, or a semi-modular PSU? Are you thinking of upgrading your PSU? What are the features you're looking out for? Kindly share your thoughts in the comment section below. And that's a wrap. So with this, I feel you have the requisite knowledge as regards power supply units. So if you're building yourself a new system or you're trying to upgrade your existing one, the right power supply unit can make all the difference. If you found this video helpful, kindly give it a thumbs up and don't forget to share and subscribe to this channel for more tech tips and tutorials like this. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.